Marvel Studios had a rather interesting 2022, putting out films and TV shows of varying degrees of quality, and the fans definitely let them know very vocally how they felt about each one. But when it comes to what actually made the most amount of money, well, it's time to talk about that, and it's time to talk about the most profitable Marvel film of 2022, which of course was Morbius. So when it comes to box office totals, the totals for 2022 were Doctor Strange 2, $955.7 million, Thor Love and Thunder, $760.9 million, and Black Panther 2, $859 million. Morbius, $1 trillion more billion bucks. So it's quite obvious who ended up winning, right? Alright, the Morbius bit aside, guess which one made the most amount of money? Yeah, it's Doctor Strange 2. It made the most in the box office, and it also made the most when it comes to profits. So, the total revenue of Doctor Strange 2 was $780 million. This includes, of course, the box office after the takes. This includes streaming deals, distribution, and all that. So, yeah, it ended up making the most with $780 million, Thor 4 with $650, and Black Panther 2 with $750. But, when we get into the actual net profit, Black Panther 2 made a profit of $259 million, Thor 4 made a profit of $103 million, and Doctor Strange 2 made a profit of $284 million, meaning that it made a lot more than Thor and more than Black Panther 2. And if you really look at this, the other two films cost more to produce than Doctor Strange 2. Shockingly, Doctor Strange 2 was one of the cheaper productions when it comes to everything that happened, so that's why it also had a much bigger profit. Thor 4 is one of the 5 most expensive MCU films ever made. Black Panther 2 is up there as well in the top 6, so you're looking at this and realizing that, yeah, Doctor Strange 2 really pulled ahead for Marvel Studios, and that's also interesting because that film went to streaming faster than any other one from Disney. So clearly, they struck a lot of good deals and made a lot of it on the front-loaded end, which, again, that seems to be the story these days for comic book movies. Front-loaded and then kind of whimpers away after the second weekend. But we'll talk more about profit margins and more in the coming months, and of course by the end of the year, where we find out even more on last year, but also how this year is going.